No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Don't you give up on God, because God won't give up on you. I don't care what the devil might have planned for you. It shall not prosper. If God is for you, who can be against you? And God got you, man. So you just got to stay in the hands of God, and He'll bring you out. Then you're going to be tested in certain areas. You got to practice what you preach. In other words, so Job was one of the ones that was tested. He was a blameless man. He lived that life. You got to realize, even in this midst of this, Job was attacked even because he was the head. So he had his whole family covered because of what he believes in. And so by him being covering his family, then now the head was attacked. So you got to realize that if you attack the head, then you know the body will fall. And sometimes it don't necessarily be the whole body fall, but simply things will fall off around you simply because of what you believe, just to get you to fall in your faith or give up on what you believe. You begin to question, why is this certain thing happened to me? You got to realize that Job has children and he had cattle, and all those things died and was destroyed. Matter of fact, Job was even on a bed of affliction because he was a righteous man and he feared the Lord. So by him fearing God, he was yet tested in his faith. So you got to realize that you're going to be tested at certain times in your life, and you got to realize that you're going to have to still stand firm in what you believe. Know that the weapon's going to come at you. Know that stuff's going to come, and it's going to, matter of fact, it's going to hit you on the blind side. Matter of fact, you're going to look at sometimes and not even expect for it to happen to you. Why you? But you got to realize that you, the one, believed in a certain thing. So by you believing in it, then you got to have to stand firm in your faith. Job was laying on his bed of affliction. It gets so bad sometimes because the Bible said that his body was covered with sores. It gets real tough and you want to give up sometimes. Even in chapter 3 of Job, book of Job, he even cursed the day that he was born. As a matter of fact, he was very suicidal because that's what the attack of the enemy does. They want to bring affliction on you, and so that you'll want to give up on everything. It gets real rough because certain things that you practice, but you just can't let go. You got to yet still hold on to God's unchanging hand. He'll never ever fail you. God will never ever give up on you. And most of the time, the things that comes against us, it causes us to give up on God. It's gonna form against us, man. It's gonna hurt so bad sometimes, man. And you're gonna wish that it never happened to you, and you're gonna wish that you was dead because it hurts so bad. But even in the midst of it, man, you still gonna have to hold on to your faith. You can't let go. You can't give up. Even Job, the very one that Job had close to him, his wife, man, the woman that slept with him, that breathed in his face at night, that get up and cooked for him, and that knew him, that bared his children. She even said, you ought to cuss God and die. So sometimes it be the people that's very close to you. They don't have the faith that you have. And sometimes you have to just cut some people off. Sometimes it hurts, man. You're going to have to walk away from them because you can't never give up on God, because God would never give up on you. You got to keep on holding on to God's unchanging hand, regardless of how it might look and how it might seem sometimes. You just can't let go of it. And people would come in and try to encourage you or make you feel like that you need to give up or you need to let go, because Job had a couple homeboys that told Job that it must have been something that you did. It must have been a problem, something that you done, man, because people can't understand where you at. A lot of people ain't gonna understand your level of faith. So some people are gonna start pointing the finger and try to make because they still carnal minded and they don't see what you see, because you have been separated from the world and you're now walking in the spirit and you see things differently, even though you covered by the blood, but yet and still you are still from the world. You are in it. You're not of it, but you're in the world. So there are some things that's still going to affect you, but yet and still, even in the midst of it, you got to know that you're covered by the blood. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I don't care what the doctors say. I don't care the report of what your friends might think. I don't care if you got eviction on your door. Don't you give up on God. You keep on holding on, because God would never give up on you. I had an encounter where I had to go through some stuff myself, and God encouraged me. Matter of fact, he said, look, you need to tell the people about what you went through. So I was preaching to the people about the COVID-19, and I was telling people that we're covered and God got us, but yet and still I was diagnosed with COVID-19, but yet and still I am talking from a place of victory, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I might have had gone through it. I might have had to go through the affliction of it, but yet and still I'm here today to tell you God is able to bring you through. He's able to bring you out of it. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Don't you give up on God, because God won't give up on you. I don't care what the devil might have planned for you. It shall not prosper. If God is for you, who can be against you? And God got you, man. So you just got to stay in the hands of God. He'll bring you out. It ain't even about how Job got double for his trouble, man. It's about you staying with God, because you are victorious. And there is a destiny in mind. There is a destiny that you are going to, man. This place is called heaven.